Hello and welcome to the inside of my van. If you're new here, my name is Alana and I lived out of a Honda Accord car camper for 4 years before upgrading to this Ford E250 van. Last week I uploaded the full van tour, so if you want to see the tour of the van, I will link that video in the cards here. But I've gotten 8 very common questions since posting about buying a van that I thought I would write down and answer in a sit-down Q&A style video. I will also admit that I did not edit a video for this week, but I still want to get a video out, so this is that video. The first question that everybody and their mother keeps asking me is what happened to Rhonda, my Honda Accord car camper, and I keep avoiding answering that question because it's still parked in the same city where I bought the van. So I found the van in California on my road trip back south, and luckily there was a family friend in the area that I could park Rhonda the Honda with, but she's currently still waiting there a month later for me to go back and get her, and I need to decide whether it's worth it to store the vehicle or if I'm just like full sending it in the van and want to sell Rhonda the Honda. If I do sell Rhonda the Honda, I'm probably going to try and sell it locally first, but if anyone is like super interested in a Honda Accord car camper, I'll cut you a good deal, just let me know. I think the next most asked question when I announced that I got the van is, oh my god, how did you afford to buy a van? And not to sound like a smartass, but I lived in a Honda Accord for 4 years, and I kept my expenses really minimal. But also, I worked virtual jobs for the first couple years. I've worked multiple seasons of seasonal work doing trail maintenance. I also started hosting outdoor women's retreats through Grounded Outdoor Retreats, and I also post all of these videos online. So through all of my hard work and minimalistic living the last 4 years, I'm very grateful to not have a van payment. The third question that I've gotten is why the name Todd, or Todd the Tank. So the name Todd was my dad's middle name, and I wanted to name the van after him just because I think this is a thing that he would be very proud of and very intrigued about this lifestyle himself. Like, I could see him living in this van, so I named it after him. And also Todd the Tank. Driving in this big van, after driving a Honda Accord for so long, I definitely feel like a tank when I'm on the road. And when you say Todd the Tank, it kind of reminds me in my brain of Thomas the Tank Engine, the little engine that could. So this also feels like the little engine that could because it is the smallest version of an engine in the Ford. It's the 4.6 liter engine, so it definitely is the little van that can, I like to say. So Todd the Tank, the van that can. Another question that I've been asked a lot is if I'm going to add a bathroom of sorts to this van. So originally when the man who built this van out designed it, this that I'm sitting on right now, that I'm treating as my bed, is a dinette table as well. And so when it's set up as a dinette table, it's much easier to access everything that's underneath. And so he had it set up to have a toilet under here, and then that's why there's a curtain right here. He would just close this off and this would kind of become the bathroom. There was no shower. But I already took that toilet out. That was a like typical RV toilet that has black water and you have to dump and use different chemicals, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm planning on DIYing a compost toilet. Stay tuned. I'll probably make a video dedicated to that because I'm very excited for this project, because why in the hell does a piece of plastic that you're just gonna shit in cost $200 to $400? I'm sorry. And to answer the shower question, I'm very comfortable at showering at Planet Fitness like every week-ish, so I don't really need to take up the space to have a wet bath in here personally. I do think that I'm going to maybe invest in a rinse kit. If you've seen those, it's a portable water container that also has like a spray nozzle, so you can set it up like on a magnet hook outside and kind of shower off outside. That might be something that I add later on, is like an outdoor shower that's portable, but nah, I'm not going to waste that much space in my van for a shower, especially considering how often I actually shower. Another common question that I get asked in regards to the bathroom is what do you do for like a late night pee? I will say this is much easier in a van than it was in a Honda Accord, but if you are a female, a pee funnel and a water jug will be your best friend. Next question that I've gotten about the van is there a heater? So no, there is no heater, like diesel heater, installed in the back part of the van. Obviously, there's the heat while you're driving the van, and if I did get like super, super cold, I could turn the van on and let it run for a little bit, but I really don't want to do that too much because I don't like stressing the engine out. So no, There is no heater. I do have my friend's Mr. Buddy heater in here right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna get one of those because I travel with the seasons, and I think what I might do instead of getting a heater is just look into how to better insulate this van, because the man who built it out just used it for like day trips, so living in it full time this winter, I'm really going to see what the insulation job is like. But a heater, it just takes up space. You have to make sure there's nothing in front of it that can get hot, and I don't know, I kind of like that this van has no propane, no kind of gas, no fire hazard in that sense, so I'm gonna keep it that way as long as I'm comfortable. Also, mind you, I did this in a Honda Accord for 4 years, and I've also tent camped in temperatures below 30, so it's not like I'm used to being in a house. Like, I go visit my family, and I try to stay inside in their house, and they keep their thermostat set to like 60 degrees, and I wake up in a full body sweat. I think because I've gotten so used to my lifestyle. Anyways, next question about the van is there any solar on the roof? So no, there is no solar. The only thing on the roof is a Dometic fan, which I'm very grateful that there is a fan. And there is an electrical system under this side of the bed, and I plan to go have someone in San Diego check it out and help me decipher the electrical system and figure it out and make sure that everything is connected properly, because it was a DIY build, but then also look into the possibility of adding solar. There is a little hole on the exterior of the van on this side that used to have a mirror on it when it was a fleet vehicle, and so there's just like a screw and a washer in there to watertight it, but I could take that out and there's already a hole. So technically, if I did put solar, I wouldn't even need to add a hole. I would just feed it through that. So it's possible. It's just not on the top of my priority list because I do have the solar system that I used in my Honda Accord for so long. And honestly, that's been working just fine as long as I have access to the sun. So I don't foresee that being an urgent upgrade, but it is something that I could add to the van. And I think the last question that I will answer before the sun goes down here is, what is my favorite thing so far about the van? I've been in it for about a month and a week, give or take. So I think so far my favorite thing is being able to exist in my own little bubble and not have to get out to do anything. Like, in the Honda Accord, I would sleep in the Honda Accord, yes, but I would have to get out in order to access my food in the trunk, or to cook, or to access my clothes on the other side of the vehicle. So I was always outside the car. And I think my favorite thing about the van is that I can live my life fully within these 4 little walls. I do still love to go outside, and I'm gonna go for a sunset hike now, but I really appreciate being able to close the door and have my own little private space where I can like come back and reset my nervous system. And I've been describing it to people as having the van just feels like a big, deep breath of relief. Like I can just come in here, close the door, forget about everybody else outside the world, and focus on me, and I think that has been so nice. But anyways, if you have any other questions about the van, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to them. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss future adventures in the van. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm done!